Okay, I am on Cape Cod,
Ooh.
and I am. I have a DAR meeting by Zoom on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and the meeting is going to be about several women are going to talk about their ancestors
Mm-hmm.
coming over on the Mayflower. So my thinking is they don't. My thinking is I am going up to Provincetown where the settlers first set foot on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take my laptop with me. And is there some way, and I don't know anything about really Zoom, is there some way that I could use, have like a shared picture or something, and then where the person who is doing the Zoom, like you are, uh, has that as a background when people are different ones are talking about their ancestors and having that as a background.
So you want to just be able to show your computer around so they can see the area? Is that
Yes,
what you want to do?
yes,
You're using a laptop, not an iPad or a
yes,
phone? Okay.
yes, yes.
Um, so the challenge is without having been there, last time I was up there, I was in middle school. So I don't know if they have Wi-Fi available,
Oh, that's
just
true.
around the area. Sometimes the visitor centers do. And you can sit outside them and get service. Um, and that way you can connect to the Zoom meeting and do that. The challenge is if you don't have internet, you can't do Zoom through your laptop.
Didn't think about that.
So there is a way to make a smartphone a hotspot or use internet from your phone on your data plan to connect your laptop to it. I don't know if you have a smartphone as well that you could do that for.
No.
But if you wanted to go, over the weekend and take the laptop and see if they have Wi-Fi available,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
could.
Okay.
That would be the thing you need to check.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there might be an area that you can do that for. There might not be.
Yeah.
Um,
I just thought it was would be sort of neat because as they're talking about their ancestors, that they'll have, oh, this is where my ancestors first put their foot on American ground. I haven't said anything about it. It's just something that's come out.
You could also take pictures and put them as your background on your virtual background. Like Benny Ann has the fall background.
Yes,
You could
that's
put,
beautiful.
Plymouth Rock, or the Mayflower
Yeah.
behind you too. So that would be another workaround if there isn't any internet.
Okay. So our best bet probably is to go up tomorrow and just check it out and just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if
Okay.
there's
Thanks.
a pavilion or a park or something,
That's where it is. It's at a park. I mean, it's a small, it's a small park where where it has or talks about where the first settlers first put their foot on ground, put their foot there. And so okay.
if there's a volunteer there from the whatever, they might go, yes, we do have Wi-Fi, and you could ask that, hey, this is what I want to do. Is there a way to do that?
Okay.
There might be someone.
I didn't think about they might not have Wi-Fi up there.
Or they might have, a Wi-Fi for the National Park Service or whoever's in charge of that area. And they might go, okay, we'll let you borrow it today. Sometimes they're nice if you beg them kindly. They'll give you your password.
Okay.
So I'd check it out and see, but it's a great idea if you can pull it off.
Okay, thanks. Thanks,
Good luck.
Lynn.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. I just appreciate it. I was just, I don't know, something I thought about. So
it's a
maybe
great
next,
idea.
maybe next time if we have to go to Zoom, I'll go down to Plymouth, and have the background of the Mayflower.
That'd be nice.
Be something different.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, Connie. I know
Good
you've got a
morning.
project you're working on.
I know, and it's working.
It's working?
Oh, good.
I'm in the classroom. That's why I have a mask on, because we have to have masks. But you are on a big, Barbara Wheeler's on a big screen right now. I still have to use, I'm using the one from the little connector from the TV studio, and I'm still having to use my phone for some reason, which is
So
going to be
your
a pain
phone's
in
the
neck.
audio or no?
No, the audio, I'm just talking into my phone. So I'm standing here holding my phone, which will be a lot of fun, but but anyway, your picture's on the big screen and my picture or whoever else is there is on the big screen. So I guess people could sit here and listen to Dawn, and then if they have a question, they just have to come up to the phone and ask it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not getting any echo or anything.
Not this time.
No.
Perfect. Not this time. Well, if I sign out, it's because I'm going to go back home so I can take off my mask.
Sounds good. I'm glad it's
Anyway.
working for you.
I shall return. It's working. Thank you very much for all your help. See you
course.
shortly.
Yeah. So, good morning, Elsa. You popped
Good
on while
morning.
you were in there.
Good morning.
Do you guys have other questions this morning or other topics for discussion?
I do have a question. On Sunday, I tried to log into Westminster Presbyterian to watch the service,
Mm-hmm.
but it came it started fine and everything, but then a little squiggly thing came over and it was just, it stopped. It was froze. And then I got out, I got back in, and it was a little bit, and then again, that little thing around. And so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or how am I supposed to log in properly?
Were you doing this on your computer, on a
No, the iPad.
the iPad? Were you doing it on the website or were you on YouTube or Facebook? Did you go to our website?
I think on the website.
Yeah.
I went on to Google. I go into Google and type Westminster Presbyterian and then watch live.
Yep. I'll show you some hacks to avoid that.
Okay.
It's funky because it shouldn't do that, because it should just do, it should change the speed so it fits whatever your internet is at home, but clearly it's not doing that. So if you go to the website and go, oops, to the live stream section, if you pick, well, let's throw on the Wednesday morning service for kicks and giggles. You can see right here, there's a little cog. That little cog says HD on it. Do you see?
Yeah.
It says that?
Yep.
If you click that, it shows you the quality of the video. So 1080 is the auto speed it picked up. It said, we think that Lynn's internet can handle the speed of 1080p. But if you click on it, you can change it. So if you're getting that buffering speed in circles, you can go down to 720 and play, and it should still do that. It shouldn't do the buffering, but if for some reason it's still buffering, you could take it down to 480 or even 240. The challenge with going down is the quality of the video is not going to be as strong, because you can see the after 720, it's no longer HD. So, but it will make it smaller so that the video won't give you the spinning wheel of doom.
Okay.
So that's a workaround, but if you're on your iPad, I might suggest going to the YouTube, because YouTube does that automatically, supposedly. It will change the quality of it for your internet, because that YouTube is, does that across the board for all their videos.
Okay, because it has not happened that way other times,
That's interesting.
but sometimes it does. So this past Sunday, that's what's happening. So
I'm sorry you had trouble. Did anyone else have trouble this Sunday?
No.
Okay. Maybe your internet was just not working.
yeah, probably, yes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No.
Lynn, would that also work if we've connected our laptop to the TV to watch something that's recorded somewhere else? I mean, we can always have that little cog and
It depends
because
on,
we've had the buffering thing problem too.
it depends on what your the playback is. So if it's YouTube, Facebook, we use a company called Boxcast, and they do that. So if you see that cog, that will indicate to you that you can probably click on that and do that. I can pull up, let me pull up one of the Facebook videos and I can show you how to do it. And then I'll show you on YouTube as well. So here is Facebook, and there's the cog, and you can see here it thinks that I can only do 720 with my internet, but I could change it, and it's never going to, if it says I'm detecting on your computer you can do this, you see it automatically thinks I can't go above the 1080 that the website thinks I can handle. So it's not going to suggest that because it doesn't think I can do that. So it's going to give you options that are smaller than that. But that cog is similarly there on Facebook. And if we go to YouTube and click on something,
to tune in,
you can see there's the cog right there. So, and the quality is here. So you can see that you can change that there as well. And if for some reason you get tired when watching YouTube that it plays in the next video right afterwards, this autoplay will shut that off. So it won't do that autoplay.
Oh, that's good.
So if you want subtitles, you can do that here as well. So hacks of YouTube. But yeah, so depending on the company, but most video providers have that as an option now. But if you, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Does that help you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Morning, Dan.
Hi, can you see me?
No, I was wondering if you didn't want us to see you this morning. I'm
Being
gonna ask.
there today.
I took a shower, you know. Wait a minute, let me see, share my video. I've been clicking for, it's not responding.
I think it's trying. Maybe your internet is not.
No, I gotta start, wait a minute.
Looks like it's trying.
How can you tell that? I
I
don't
no
see-
longer see Dan Wilcox, the word. We see a black screen.
I don't see squat.
Are the lights on in your room?
You're being a smart aleck.
I know, I am. I'm sorry.
Lynn, don't toy with me. I don't know why it's not. Oh, how about down here? Share screen?
Nope, it will be on the left next to the mute button. There should be a start video button.
Yeah, it's got a red line through it.
Yeah, click on that.
I did.
Oh,
It's not up here. Says it's not responding.
huh.
Okay, wait a minute. But I feel it. Something. Now it's.
Oh, now you're sharing your screen.
I mean, screen sharing.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm laughing at you, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm really impressed you screen shared. So I'm going to stop your screen share though.
pushing buttons. He doesn't have to help.
I don't.
Before it starts.
Oh, wait here.
I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan.
Should start video.
Morning, Bob.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hi, Bob. I have to come out of the closet.
Turn the lights on, Dan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Lynn, quick question
Yeah.
about the being able to watch the stream on Facebook. So
Yeah.
I'm on the site itself or on Facebook itself, and I've liked the page.
Yeah.
Where do I start seeing how? Where do I click to see the stream?
Do you want to screen share and we can show you step by step? If you
Actually,
don't
I'm
want
looking-
people seeing your Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay, well, first I got to get up Facebook because I'm actually on my phone looking. Let me see if I can do that.
Sorry. I can pull it up on my Facebook too.
Okay, that'd be easier.
But let me find it first. Come on, go away. Okay, Facebook. Of course, I closed it. Okay. So if screen share would be helpful, wouldn't it? So if you go to Facebook, have you guys all gotten the new Facebook? The awkward new Facebook, which nobody likes?
No.
Well,
You got the old one.
let's hope you keep the old one. But there's a search bar right in the new version. It's here on the left. On the old one, it's more central located with the like blue bar. And you can type in Westminster Presbyterian Church, Westchester. Because there are a boatload of churches named Westminster. You have to type in, you know, the whole thing. And we pop up here. If we are doing a live broadcast at the moment, there will be a red circle around the logo that says live. And it might actually show up the first thing on your news feed when you log into Facebook. Back like here, like instead of seeing the guys working on the thrift shop, you might see Westminster's worship video right there, because it knows that you like Westminster, so they think that, hey, you want to watch our videos. So and it would only do that though if you like. Oh, let me view this as a visitor. I'm not showing you the admin features. I apologize. I'm showing you all the secret stuff. If you hit the like button, it will do that in your news feed. It will show you when we're doing a live video. Same with subscribing to it on YouTube. It will keep it up in the front of your YouTube app on your TV. So once you like that, it will be the first thing to come up if you scroll down the video. But say you want to watch, you know, yesterday's communion or chapel service, you missed it. What you can do is either scroll down if you want to scroll down into who knows when and find it, where here it is. Or you can go to this More tab and there's videos and you can click on that. And the most popular one will be at the top for that week. So, but then it will go in order of when it was posted. So you can see that there's Wednesday morning, there's the Dizay contemporary service, and you can go through and find
Lynn,
those. Yes.
could you point out the More tab again? Where was that? Just slow down a little.
Sorry. This is why I have you do it, because I go quickly. If you're at the Westminster Presbyterian Church
I see it now.
Facebook page, next to the like, there's a
Yeah.
button.
Right.
Yeah,
And go to videos.
videos.
Yeah.
And the most popular video, which is, it's usually the traditional service because more people watch that. But the latest videos will be the most recent videos that we have up there for you. So is that helpful at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you click on the video, if you want to see over here, there's comments and things. If you want to comment and let us know that you're watching, we'll mark you as attending church that day. So you get credit for attending if that matters to you. Some people it doesn't matter, but some people want the credit that they were in fact at church. And then we can be like, thanks. Good to see you.
Lynn,
Yes.
you can hear, you can't see my name or anything now, can you?
It looks like you're advertising Cyberlink UCAM 5.
Yeah.
Well, how do I'm sorry, what can I hit? I have post attendee Zoom?
Do you have a virtual background on Dan?
No, I've got, it's called a wall behind me, my room. I'm without virtual, I'm the real deal.
How is your camera connected? Is it through your laptop or your computer, or do you have
Right.
one that you attached on top?
No, it's right, I'm looking at it, you can't tell because I'm looking at it.
Is it built into the computer or is it one that you added?
No, it's built in. I just clicked something I shouldn't have. I won't keep this. I do have a couple items when we get to it if you want to do it.
Dan, you know where it says mute and stop or start video? There's the little triangle caret arrow thingy that's next to the video button.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, I'm off from it now.
Do you see that, Dan?
No, I'm off from the meeting altogether now. Wait a minute. Zoom attendee.
I see a green eye. Is that jealousy?
Don't over spiritualize it.
He's a pastor.
It
That's
worked.
what it does.
It's called confused. Wait a minute. Wait. I hit post attendee. Is that wrong?
On the left, do you see the video button next to the mute button?
No, I'm not.
You see the mute button on the bottom left?
No, I can't because I see I'm on a white screen that says sign in.
Are you not signed into
Join.
Zoom?
I was. Oh, okay. Join.
Maybe if you click the Zoom button on the bottom of your taskbar thingy,
At the bottom.
you know the blue button that looks like a little hot water bottle? You click that. Is that when it says to sign in?
No response.
Hold in there, Dan. We'll figure it out for you. Any other questions or discussion things you'd like to talk about while Dan's messing with his computer?
I have a question, not for technical things, but last Sunday was World Communion Sunday, and I thought the church streaming was especially fine. You had a family in the Philippines talking about their work and wishing Westminster well, and they named Westminster. But then there were an awful lot of people talking in their own languages, the creed and so forth. And my question, more for curiosity, is how do you know those things are there to put in the service? And who does the putting in? Is that your job, Lynn, or Don's, or?
Good questions. But the first video of the Chang family from the Philippines that addressed us, Don Lincoln asked them if they would be willing to do a video for us, and apparently they did videos like that for a lot of churches that send them money. Because they accidentally sent us another churches with a different name, and so we had to go, this is another church, did you make one for us? But the other videos, the one of the creed and the prayer, or not the prayer, the invitation to communion and things like that, those were actually from the Peace USA's missionary. They had a link that I don't know how Don found it, but he's the one that found the link. And then he goes, these are the videos I want to use. Can you download them and get them in for us? So he just sent me links and said, could you put them in order? And John Frost and I are the ones, with the help of Barb Drain and our new office secretary, Stacy, we put all the videos, the blue text, we put all of that. So the four of us kind of do different parts of it, but we all kind of collaborate together, so we aren't stressed with everything to get that in there.
I thought it was especially good.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of comments this week from people saying how meaningful it was. So yeah, it was nice that the PCUSA mission decided that would be a good idea. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful I didn't have to edit those videos. I did edit a few of them. A few of them were rather long, so we had to trim them down. But
good work.
Yes, and that one prayer after communion was which was more put together, a nicer prayer video there that was produced by workofthepeople.com, which we've used them before as well. So yeah,
very good.
Yeah.
The only thing I got sort of different was that Don mentioned that people were now listening to the service by phone, and they couldn't see those words what they were saying. But it was very good. I agree with you, Bob. It was very, very good.
Yeah, it was fun to put together. Although our poor tech volunteers had a rough time because they were doing a lot of stuff. So,
right. But fantastic.
Glad to have them. Morning, Barb.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Did you get things sorted with your computer?
No, I haven't done anything yet. You mentioned Chromebooks. I didn't hear good reviews for Chromebooks.
I think it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of like high-tech stuff, they're not great. But if you're just doing basic stuff, they're best value and they're good. But if you're not a Google person or doing heavy stuff on your computer, then they're not great. So it depends on what you're trying to do.
Oh, okay.
With it. So you get reviews, good reviews and negative reviews for every product.
Well, that's true.
But it really depends on what are you trying to do with the tech, if that makes sense. So
We haven't gone back out yet, laptop shopping. We did one in at Best Buy, and they were talking like $1,000 or 900 and something for a Hewlett Packard.
that sounds like a lot of money for a Hewlett Packard. You should spend 500 at the most for an HP.
I thought that was a lot of money too, so we didn't buy it. We said we would think about it.
Max, yes, you want to spend $1,000, but PCs, I'd say if you're paying more than 500 or 600, you could do better.
For a laptop or for a desktop?
For a laptop.
Laptop.
Yeah. Yep. It's hard. Yeah.
Lynn, I have a question. How does Terence put just the picture of himself instead of being live like we are?
Yeah. So what he has done is he shut off his video. He doesn't want us to see his face anymore. So like Dan Wilcox, you can shut off your video. So right now I shut off my video and you just see my name because I haven't put a profile picture on my account. So what you can do is you can add a profile picture to your account. And you can do that if you go to the Zoom app on your screen. You know where it has that pop up when you first open it up with like the clock and the join, schedule, host a meeting.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
lets me share that screen. No, it does not. It does not let me show you that screen. I wonder if I still have screenshots of when I did Zoom back in the day. But no, I don't see it. But if you go to that thing, there's your initial should be on the top right-hand corner of that Zoom box. And if you click that, you can go to your, there's a tab that says change my picture. And it will take you to the website and you can add a photo.
Okay.
The challenge I have is it's a small photo. It doesn't let you have very big photos. So I tried adding photos, but they were so big, it rejected them. So I needed to make my photos smaller quality. So, and I'm too lazy to go in and do that. So that's my problem, but it's easy to do.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's when you go, oh, I need to run to the bathroom and I don't want people to notice that I'm gone. That's when you can do the picture like Terence has.
So then when I join your meeting, I just join, how do I put my picture instead of the cutout, black cutout, whatever?
On the bottom left of this Zoom screen, do you see the mute button? And then
Yeah.
next to it is a stop video. So if you
Okay.
click the stop video, your name's going
Oh.
to pop up.
Okay. Okay.
So, so yeah, so if you want to run and get a snack or do something, you usually hit the mute button and the stop video button at the same time.
Right.
People don't
Okay.
notice that your empty chair is actually empty. So
Okay. Thank you.
that's the Zoom etiquette that we have. So who knows what Terrence is up to these while he's
Okay.
giving you grief. I'm sorry. It's out of love. Other questions? Oh, wow, guys. Look at you. Not needing help.
So we're going with this classes until the end of October, correct?
Yeah, whenever. I think I only scheduled them through October, but I'm happy
Yeah.
to do whatever. I think the Zoom invites only, I can extend it. I really have no plans. If you guys want to continue, we can continue. I'm happy to do that. If you're going, I have no more questions for Lynn, we can do that too. Doesn't matter to me, but.
You talked about QR code one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded the app on my phone and I had trouble making it work.
Mm-hmm.
I finally did because they send you these handy little things and in the mail. So there was a QR code on that and I just took time with it and I got it to work. But when it opened up, instead of I eventually got the information from this just to test it out, but I had to go through 2 commercials first. Is that because, when I went to my app store, there were several QR code apps to choose from, and you never know, is one better than the other? So
Right.
Would one skip the commercials or I don't know.
Does the camera app on your phone not work? Most of the cameras on smartphones now pick up QR codes without needing a special app for it.
Right. When I go to Longwood and I'm out on the patio and they want you to, take your phone and scan the QR code there, I tried to do that with my phone and it did not work. But like I said, at home, I went to the app and pressed a button that it asked me to do, and I could see it scanning it, and then everything opened up. I didn't try
the app and not the camera app.
I don't know.
The QR app versus the camera app?
What?
You opened a app designed to read QR codes, yes?
Yeah.
You didn't use the camera app, just defaulted on your phone?
Not when I was at home, no.
Yeah. That's how I do most of mine. Are you Android or you iPhone?
Yeah, here's the thing.
Android.
And now it's giving me something to read. I'm going to open it.
Connie had issues with QR codes yesterday.
Okay.
So you're not alone.
It's not just coming up like it did before because nothing ever works the way I say it's going to work. It's going to be different every time.
Me around, it doesn't work.
I'm not going to go into this now. We'll just.
We can look at it, but it might be the app. You have the app doesn't. It was free, so they need ads to pay for. Make money off of it, so they make you sit through it. Sometimes the QR code, if it's for an advertisement or something, they make you sit through an ad before they get you to the content. So it could be either the app, it could be the website it's taking you to. It's hard to say for sure. Yeah, but I use the camera app on my phone and it works for the most part. So I'll try that and if that's not working, then we should play around more with it.
Your phone is smarter than mine because I just have a It's a smartphone, but it's a track phone, and it doesn't do some of the things your phone can do.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
For the most part, it doesn't matter. It's just as the world goes on, more and more things, you need the phone to do their little tricks with that. And I'm trying to keep up.
Apple's announcing a new iPhone next Tuesday or Wednesday, it sounds like. So for those of you wanting to run out and get a new phone, there might be a new model coming out next week. Hard to say. Well, I thought I got a thing saying that Dan's coming back in, but now I don't see him. Who knows? Poor kid, poor guy. Are you saying something, Betty Ann? I missed something, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Other things to talk about, discuss, grumble over?
So Lynn, this is just an update for your consumption since you've been helping me cut the cable cord and go to streaming.
Yeah.
So I told you I've got the Roku cords, and we had the Verizon folks come and upgrade our speed to 200 over 200, which you recommended, and that's working well. And then yesterday I went to install the Roku cord, Roku streaming stick, Roku Plus streaming stick on one of the TVs, but it wouldn't fit because the power cord comes out of the bottom and there's a ridge there.
Oh.
However, not to worry, Roku offers a free adapter that allows you to be able to move that. So I went to the website, put in the serial number of the streaming stick and ordered that. It's probably about 3 inches long, but it's flexible and it'll allow me to move the streaming stick and make that. So when that comes, I'll go through the next step. We're doing it on just one of the TVs at a time, so we don't lose the connectivity to the shows we'd like to watch. So I'll keep you apprised of that.
Sounds good. I know you want to talk about the Google Drive as well. I don't know if others would be curious to learn about Google Drive or not. But
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
So Terence, what were some exact, did you put that in your note? What you do, you just want a basic overview of?
Yes, somebody mentioned that they save everything to Google Drive, and that's basically their file cabinet. And I don't use it. I'm on a Microsoft Windows-based PC, and I've got a file structure, and it's backed up to OneDrive, which is the Microsoft product. Google's also pretty universal, and I just wanted to see what the various attributes of using Google Drive would be. It's shareable, which is one thing that, the OneDrive, I suppose you can share that also. But I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I guess that would be through an email address / password that you'd be able to share OneDrive.
So I can show you some basics. If you use Chrome and you have a Google email address, you automatically get a Google Drive.
Okay, I'd have both.
So if you log in, if you open up your Chrome, something like this should appear for your home screen maybe, and you should see your Gmail.
Yes.
Images, and then if you click this thing, it's going to show you your Google Suite, which is Google Drive in a nutshell. So you can click on, say, Google Drive. And this is kind of the organization of stuff. And my Google Drive, I use Google Drive all the time, and it's not as well organized as I need it to be. But you can see there, I've got folders here with different things that you can go through and do stuff. So you can, you were talking about shared files, and here are files that were shared with me. that I can go and I go, oh, I'm looking for a video from Kristen Light, and I can go and immediately find that because I know she shared it with me. Or I can go to recent files and it will pull up the stuff that I've looking for. Or if I starred things, I can find them there. But what I also like about Google Drive is it knows your kind of routine. This is also Big Brother, like tech things that is disturbing in so many levels. But it's one of those things that I really like the feature, but it terrifies me that they know my life so well, that it will tell me on Mondays or Thursdays, these are the links that you tend to open, and it will pop them up. But on like Mondays, it will pull up different things because it knows that I use those on different days. Or if I come back this afternoon, it might have different things open for me. So that's one nice feature, but also terrifying depending on how often you use Google Drive. But it's basically a cloud-based version of Windows, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and different things like that. And one of the things that I love about it is that it's so much more collaborative. So let me pull up a document that we've got here that we can play with. Let's see. So what I can do is say, these were interview questions I had back when I interviewed with Westminster. So, but if I hit the share button, right now only I can see this, but if I hit the share button, I can type in people, like I want my mom to review this, and you can pull it up, or you can type in like, oh, I want Barb Drain to look at this, or whoever. And if you type them in, if they're in your contacts, it will bring it in. Or if you've used Google Drive before, you can do that. If they are not a Google person, they don't have a Gmail address, they don't know how to do this stuff, you can give them a link and that will give them access to it. So you don't need a Google Drive account to do it. But that is one nice feature. So let me actually do a new document because, and you can see here's a new document, and you can create folders and things like you would in your organization here. But go to Google Docs, and what you can do is you can type testing Google Drive. And then if you share this with, if I share this with Elsa and she goes, I need to pull this up and work on it. And I want to see what Lynn's doing at the same time. I can see exactly what, let me pull up, maybe, there we go. Let's pull up Google Drive on here. If my iPad works for, there we go. Drive. So if I pull it up here, say I'm working here and I want to start typing on my iPad, you can see that this green Lynn George is actually me on my iPad. So if, I'm working with Barb Drain on a bulletin or something, I can see her editing it at the same time I am. So a lot of businesses actually are using this so that, like, if I edit the same time somebody else is, we can see our changes. So a lot of kids in school use Google Drive because they can work on projects together and they can see who did what and when. So it's very intuitive and it's very helpful for those kind of purposes. And so if you're trying to draft a letter or do something, it's a great way to do it instead of sending a reply all email. Like sometimes you write a letter and you send it to 5 people and then somebody edits it, but somebody else edits it at the same time. And so you get like 3 versions that are all a little bit different, but you don't know what it is. This way, Google Drive avoids that as an issue because of that. So that's one of the things I love about it. And I can also just share it with people and they can adapt it from there. But it's the same, you can see it looks pretty much exactly like Word. You've got the print and the save, and you can change the font style and size and bold and all that, and edit and all that kind of stuff. So that's Google Docs in a nutshell. That makes, am I going too quickly, too slow?
No, that's good. That's
No.
good. I mean,
Okay.
it obviously,
It helps if you have like 4 people working on this at the same time to see all the features, but
right.
it
And
is,
then Google Sheets is available also there, correct?
yes. So Google Sheets is the same thing. It's a spreadsheet. So it's pretty much exactly like Excel, but it's Google's version, and you can name it whatever. I will say the one flaw of this is the fact that it auto saves. You never hit the save button. It auto saves all the time. So if you accidentally delete something and forget about it, and you close it, and then you realize you did something silly, you can't go back and retrieve it in a way. My family as you know, goes to Chautauqua every year. And we write a journal entry every year about what happened that week. And my mom puts it in Google Drive so that we can go back to it year after year, and she tweaks it, and she just makes a copy and just adds to it every year. But she accidentally typed over one year and we lost a year because of it. So you can have some errors with that.
Can you save that any other place then to, so like,
you can export things. So say we take Sue's thing that she sent me, you can do file, make a copy is what my mom did in that particular incident where we had issues. You can download it as a Word doc, as a PDF. So if you want to send it to somebody who has no idea what they're doing on the computer, you can do that. So if Dan wants to look at this, we can send it to Dan in a Word document. Or if you want to email it, you can do that as well. And making it available offline. So say I'm going to Europe, tomorrow. How lovely would that be? And I want to take work with me on the plane. If I make it available offline, I can edit all this stuff on the airplane over without internet. And then when I come back, I can switch it to make it cloud-based again. And so it will sync up everything that I did. So we have that. So that's really helpful too. Google Forms is another one that I really find helpful, which is a spreadsheet type thing of what we do. So like the new members fellowship luncheon, and you create this form that people do. Our live stream guest book is this way, and you can just fill out the thing, but then you can see the responses and you can go individually and see all the responses. And then it also automatically makes a spreadsheet for you. So you can see all of the entries in an easier way. So I like Google Forms a lot because of that as well. That's Google Drive in 10 minutes, but it's a lot more into that. You could spend days learning about Google Drive.
And I suppose there are plenty of videos on YouTube about
Oh yeah, if you just
how to do this and that and everything else in the Google suite.
yeah. You do get 15 free gigs for if you have a Gmail account. You can upgrade your plan if you need more than that. I've had Google for a decade now, at least. And clearly I have not needed it. If you create a document like we just did in like Google Docs, and if I do any of these right now, it automatically will be free storage if it's the upload. This is uploaded storage. So say I uploaded a video, then that would be part of that storage. But if you're not uploading stuff to Google Drive, which I don't think a lot of people are, unless you're sharing videos, like these folks were sending me videos, so they actually had to upload it because it's a way to file share as well as like Dropbox or anything like that. Yeah. So that's a quick overview. You can also see your Google Calendar. Real quick over here, there's something called Google Keep. So these are notes if you want to take notes for stuff. And then tasks. These are tasks that need to be done as well. So there are some additional features, and you could add more add-ons if you want. But there's a lot more into all of that, but that's a nutshell if you want to start playing with it and
That's very helpful.
come back for questions. I'm happy to do that, but I'm sure that's a lot of information. But it's a great way to collaborate if you need to do stuff with other people on projects. So yes, Karen.
Lynn, so people that have Gmail email addresses, that's really a Google
Yes.
mail?
Yeah. If you have a Gmail, it's Google World.
Okay.
And Google Happy World, where everybody lives in Google land, which as they were talking about in the news, if you've been paying attention to the news in the last week, they was it the House or the Senate told Google and Apple and Facebook that they're monopolies. And that's one of the reasons why, because they, are your internet, they're your email provider, they're your, documents and Excel and everything. They do, they're your search engine. So they have all of it. So, Google Happy World. And as Barb was talking about Chromebooks are also Google. So, and they focus a lot on Google Drive. So they have pre-installed for you apps for Google Drive. You can add Microsoft products, but they push, their product because it's Google land. So that's, yeah. Google World. Questions? Barbara, are
I'm
you
more
saying
confused
something?
than ever.
What?
I'm more confused than ever.
I'm sorry. Anything I can help you with, or is your head just hurting?
My head's hurting.
I'll give you a week. You can process it and come back with more questions.
Yeah.
I went through that really, really quickly.
Yes, you did.
And you could spend 2 hours on, and you could spend an hour on just Google Docs, and then another hour on Google Forms, and another.
Maybe that should be a topic for next week or something.
Yes. So if you guys want to pick one of them or dive more, or maybe you go, Lynn, I'm never going to use this. Don't waste my time with this. We can do that too. So I won't be offended. And I know it's 11 o'clock, so if you guys need to peace out, feel free, but I'll be around if you have more questions.
Thank you, Lynn.
Of course. It's good to see you all.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Yep.
Yes, you too.
See you
too.
next week.